What do you know? What do you know? What can you possibly not know? What do you not know? Something that you know. Do you know the eternal? Do you know the eternal? When I say the eternal, I'm talking about polarity. How large can it be? Well, if you took creation and it's eternal, and you would look at the faces, faces with names. And when I say faces with names, give me a second. I just want to see that I can restore the defaults. When I say faces with names, is that we each give each other a name. Born into this world. Let me see this. Okay. Born into this world. There are names for everything. Just about everything. Would you say yes or would you say no? Would you say everything has been categorized? Things have been categorized. There's only so many faces out there for facial recognition. You fall into one of these areas. It's almost like creating what I call the vortex. And I'm calling it the vortex because of where it comes from. And I have it in one of my designs. We're having trouble going to Rumble. Yeah, I guess there's something going on there. So I'm not going to Rumble. So those going to have comments here, and I'm trying to think where I am. Everybody knows about pajamas, right? Pajamas. Pajamas. How do you write pajamas? I write pajamas. What am I doing right now? I'm creating equations. Pajamas. You know what came up the first? When Google was listening to me talk and I said pajamas, it said Anna. Okay, so it's P-Y-J-A-M-A-S. Okay, so it's not this. I'm going to highlight it in yellow. Now, why is it pajamas, P-Y, and not P-I? I'm going to look into this. I is 9, and Y is actually, although it's a 25th letter, there's one letter that will divide into 2. So I got to design Y. It's 27 minus 2. So this would be 14 and a half, and 14 and a half would be, no, that would be 13 and a half, and 13 and a half is 27 minus 2 makes it 25. It's perfect. It's a split sun. It's a split sun with the quarter Earth. 7, 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. 0, 9 equals to 23, and 0, 5, because it's complete. I'll explain this in a second. This is 2 times 7. Oh yes, and 7 times 7 equals to 49, and 7 plus 7 equals to 14. Different ways to get places with numbers. And where do I get the numbers from? I'm going to use, let's say, a base. I just used right now the word pajamas, right? But when I looked up the word, it said, hey, Zephus. Is it Zephus? Is it? Whoa! I got this thing opening and closing. I got to make sure all my plugs are in here. I got to pay attention. I got to remember and focus everything I want to talk about because I have nothing prepared and things are just popping up on my screen. This is, I mean, I just want to show you, this is on my screen. I don't know why it's there, but I take it down and it's going to just like pop up again. It's very frustrating. Not, I mean, having to lose time, just losing my time. I need my mind. Once I'm on track, I got to go, you know? Once I'm on track, I got to go. I got to figure out what all these plugs are for. I didn't get enough plugs in the front. I went cheap. I got to send this thing back in. Okay. I hope it doesn't unplug again. Yeah, should I use this light, not use this light? I don't know. I don't know. Is there something nobody should be seeing here on my dresser? You know, I don't know. I'm going to try to stay focused with pajamas and not get off that track and how numbers meet each other, how they talk to each other, how we talk to each other without even knowing that we've said 88. Because right now I see everything as 88 is coming together everywhere. 88 is coming together everywhere. 71 is the gateway. 62, it's to where FB is. There's no black keys to F and B. We're in that BF house, F and B, B and F. Why not? I'm just trying to think of it, because EF is the together they are 11. They will recreate what is 1/4 Earth. They will recreate what is the seventh gate through its math. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals 2, 30, and 11, 41. That will create the split sun system. The letters are N. Which way should I use the letters? Should I use the letters as AD? Because they fall into the category in the teen house, but it's not in 17, 18, or 19 because the house gets split. I'm assuming, right, that the cube might own 2/3 of the alphabet. How the cube is split up with the alphabet. And the reason for that is because there's a 1 side, a 2 side, a 3 side, a 4 side, a 5 side, and a 6 side. Now, when 2 sides are opposite of each other, you got 2 sides and 4 sides are rounds. Up and down, what the dots are going to be 2 dots and 5 dots. But the face, this face is always going to be about one number, and that number is number 9. There are 9 to a face. I don't care if you go to the ATM, if you see the face over here, if it's on your telephone, the face is, this is formation. This is one face. So each one of these is going to be a face. So 5 and 2, 7, reverse 5 and 2, 7, reverse 4 and 3, 6 and 1, where you're going to see 1, and then you're going to flip it 6, we're going to see 4, and you flip it 3. That's the reality. So here is the one side. This side is equal to what is 9 and 1 and 8. The total, okay, is 9. But you're never really going to really talk about 9, will you? But we're not going to get into that. And this is where Jupiter, Venus, Ra, the 36 higher creation this is where the IT system comes in. And then this was just going to repeat itself. It's going to, this over here, okay, will be 20. I'm not going to do 20 times 9. What I do is 2 times 9 equals to 18 and 11. And that is Ra-Ke. Ra-Ke. I don't know what it means, but it says Ra-Ke. The 18th letter for R, the 1 dot, taking it for A, but it could just be the A family, so let's not get confused. And how do we get to what the A family is? The A family is located right here inside Venus. This is what I call Venus Mercury, because the center one dot, which is the center of all the dots, telling me that Mercury, if this was what Mercury was, but Mercury has to live, right? Mercury lives in birth, and that birth is where it enters. The passage is right over here. Okay, it's the only one that ignites the sixth light. Okay, you see the four corners, it gets transferred into the five. So it takes it's 2 and 3, Venus inside where Mercury comes into Venus, creating the 5, to where the spirit comes into what the mirrored house of Venus. Okay, in fact, for me, Venus is all the way around. All 8 areas are Venus. We are into the house of what I call basic Venus 88. This is also noted to be Pegasus, purple, red and blue combination. This is a combo. We are going to go to hot because we get red hot, and we're going to go to cold because we get blue cold. And this is usually where you might say she's red hot, and or you can say she's cold. At the same time, this is a boy for blue, and this is supposed to be girl, but it's the devil girl, because usually this is what goes along with things that happen in my life. But the basic is, if you really want to talk about it, let's not make it any more colorful than it is, and just use this, okay, for what it is. Now, the thing is, the word matter, and I'm jumping off track right now, so I'm stopping for a second. I'm going to retrace. I just want to retrace. We started with pajamas. I don't want to go all over the place. Now, the value of I equals to 9, or it is the 18th letter in the alphabet. Okay, this is Rahi, or how about Harry? You know, like Prince Harry. This relationship is to the sun. Now, I'm not sure how Ra comes into the sun. I'm not sure how that works, and the reason for that is because R and I come together. They're created from this numeric value, 63 or 36. In order to get one of these creations, okay, I want to get it in full star system, and there's a full star system number for this, and that's 77. 7 times 7 equals to 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. 14 and 49 equals to 63. 49 over 14, Pythagorean count, equals to 53. Electric company, any craps? Any craps? So this is where I have to go into the game of craps, and this is what it says about it, and there's a payoff about it. So if you get a crap, that means you don't win with 7 or 11 on the pass line, and 7 or 11 are on every side of this cube. As like the keyboard, as like the cubes, I don't have Rubik's Cube to place it out over here, but this notes that there's a center. If there's a center, there is above and below. If there's a center, there are 3. So there's a total of 9 for every side. So when we take the 2 dice cubes, right, and we see 1, we will see 1 with 8. We will see 2 and 7. We will see 3 and 6, and this is where the mirror begins. Mirror begin. I can say mirrors, but now we're extending it to AI. AI. I'm not sure which way I should go with this. AIL. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. There's a reason for this, because creation doesn't happen until here. So once you bring birth on, it would be C plus I equals what is L. CIL is paint. So I like to say it's the painted sky, and the numbers are 9, 3, and 12. And this 12 can be mathematically configured out to 2 plus 3 equaling to 5, or I can go 392, 393, 395. One equation, two equations, star equation, bringing them all together in that star explanation. This happens to be the word 10. This happens to be for Saturn, but it's Saturn 93. In order to get 10 mathematically, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. But in star system math, your first multiplication equals to 3. Your second multiplication on full level 2, okay, and this is level 2. Here's level 3. See, I don't have to go 1 and 2 because I don't have to go to half levels. I'm going full levels, right? There's a mathematical term for what I'm doing with this right now, but I put them together because this makes a star. And this is an 8 and 1 star. This is the Ross star. This is the cube star. And the reason for that, you don't see the ninth area, but the reality is you don't see the ninth area. This entire cube, if each dot, okay, well, these corners, if each corner came to be its own cube, and each in between came to be its own cube, and there are 3, just like NASA, the 3 spin, okay, then you would get one side, 2 opposite sides, right? If you have 2 opposite sides, you call that the pole, and when it goes around, you call it the ring. And when you have the pole and you have the ring, Jesus said this when he was up there in Bethlehem, I think. So we're going to go equal to what is 9 and equal to 6. 9 plus 6 equals to what is 15. So then we're going to go to, I have to do the next level and see where it goes. Why I said mirror over here, and I'm coming back to this. Now, I don't want to lose you because there's so many things opening up for me. I see them. I have to share them all. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it. So what happens when we get to over here, okay, is that the cube can be seen another way. Once you get after 1 and 8, or AH, okay, or the 18th letter is R. And we also have to use J in this because when we go to 18, 18 is special, very, very special. It's set as 10, 8. 16, okay, is split up. 16 is known in rotation as what is created from 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. And I'm going to rope this all in and explain everything I talked about and why. In French, they say this word. This word, okay, is 10. This is English, and this is French. And yes, you have to understand the E capital is very important. This is number 5, and this is number 6. On the second side of this cube, where you see 1 and 2 coming together on this side, the 1, 2, 3 on this side, okay, have to reflect what is the 4, 5, 6 on the other side. Do note that the similarities in 1 fitting into 2, creating 3. Please note that in 4 is in 5, connecting with 1 to create what is 5. But to create 6, there is no other. It becomes a half splice. The 4 is inside 6, and the 1 is its polarity. It's the only true 7 on the dice cube. There are the ring, the one face, the pole, the 4 that go around is the ring. Okay, I'm not really sure which way I should go to 5 and 6. We're not going to talk about. I was going to explain to you what happens. Here, you have the 3 dot, and you have the 6 void. Once you pass 3, you must take this cube and flip it over 180 degrees in order to get to the next number. You cannot do 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, and it's a whole flip over if you're going in order. So should I be skipping 1 to go all the way around and go 1, 3, then I can go to 6, 5, and then I can go to 4 and then skip back to 2. If I was going to do it that way, from 1 to 3 and skip over 2. If I did that, I'm going to show you something. 1, 3, 5, 7. The 2 is a rib, and it's connecting 1 and 3. It's actually connecting what is going to be a loop that when you work yourself up and then work yourself all the way back to the bottom. Anyways, I'm just asking myself that question. Let's take it out of the equation. So we have 3 and 6. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to 4. So now we have 4 dot and 5 void. Now we're going to flip it over again. We are going to go to 5 dot and 4 void. Now we're going to flip it over, and we got now 6 dot and 3 void. So we've inversed these over here. This number is created by 1441. This number over here is created by 77, but it's a fixed 77 on number 63. The multiplication and the addition, this one is a reverse, because 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 and 5. So you can say it any way, and no matter what, your total will be 9, but your single numbers will just be 4 and 5. And here your total over here is going to be 6 and 3. So your total here is 9. Your total here is 9. See, it's 4 and 5 separated. I didn't put it together. They both form 9. And the word that comes out with this is love. L is a reverse over to O, and V is a reverse over to E. They are two polarities inside that word. There's something else going on inside that word. We did this. I did this through this equation. 5 times 6, 6 plus 5 is where that 41 comes from. Is there any other way to get there? I don't know. Not that I remember. This is NA. It can also be DA. It can also be the E. It can be the D. These are all the combinations, but the two number combination in one single letter. And then it can be DA as the fourth letter and the first letter. It can be E and D and A, or you can have actually EDNA, Edna. Where do you see Edna? 14th letter is N. The fourth letter is D. The first letter is A. The fifth letter is E. So you have DNA. So what do you have? We have the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Your DNA, Z. In French, it's ET. The crossover into the E world by the seventh gate, 5D. How do you get to number 20? That's where the T comes in. You have the ET and you have the IT. The IT comes in through the birth in the sun, which the math equation is, where is it? Where is it? Here, right over here. Here's the breakdown of the equation. 7 times 7, result 63. Result from 63 is 18 and 9, 27. Result from 27 is 14 to 9, 23. You multiply it, you get the 65, and result 6 and 5, 11. So as I said before, okay, the thing so special about these dice is that there's 9 to every side. So I'm going to go again and find another page that I didn't mess up. So if 1 is there, you have 8. If 2 is there, you have 7. If 3 is there, you have 6. If 4 is there, then 5. These are all dots, and these are all empty spaces or a void. So then you have the 6 dice, okay, and then you have, sorry, the 5 dice, then you have the 6 dice, okay. If we add up this row over here, I'm going to get 21. If I add up this row over here, I am going to get 33. There's more empty space than there is, and the numeric value for this is 54. There's another numeric value for this, is that every single one of these numbers should have its own reverse. So every single one of these, okay, should have a value of 27. In the alphabet, it should have a reverse. What do I have here? Okay, I have 8 numbers. And their alphabet reverse would be 8 by 9 equals to 72. See, but this way it's 27. This is the this is 27 per number. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You have 12 numbers, and it's 27. So you have 6 by 27 equals to 120 plus 42 equals to 162. And 162 is 324. 18 by 18 equals 324. 18 plus 18 equals to 36, and we have 360 degrees. I think that's pretty cool. Can we get 364 days? Yeah, we actually could, which is 28 times 13 equals to 364. This is something to do with man, the sun, and the moon. N and M, the sun and the moon. N would be the sun, N would be the moon. 4, 5, and 6. I have to try and understand this a little bit deeper. Something to do with Mars and the Federation. Where am I in all this? So you can see this is the voided areas. Each one is going to equal 9. So what I'm going to do is when I create only in the 7s that it's going to work. Okay, you match up the 7s. So in this area, I'll have 7 dot to 11 void, right? Now 5 and 2 have to come together. So we're going to get 5, and we're going to get 2. We're going to bring these two together, and I'm going to have 5 and 2, 7 dot to what is 4 and 7, 11 void. And then I'm going to bring my 6 and 3 over to my 1 and 8. So I'm going to have 1 and 8, 6 and 3. Let's just do it this way. And then I'm going to have 2 and 7, and I'm going to have 5 and 4, and that would be number 2. And then I'm going to have 3 and 4, and then I'm going to have 6 and 5. And now you have 7 dot 11, 7 dot 11, 7 dot 11. 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331. Man over man, 16191. The spirit in creation. These are also inverted. There's so many things going on here. Hold on a second. Boy. I know I'm going a little fast. I'm really sorry. What's happening is right over here, this marking over here is between 16 and 19, where in the first frame, at the beginning, the conversion from 16 went into 19, and then the rest of the board reflects itself. Okay, or does it? I'm asking myself, does it really reflect itself? Because although it seems the artwork seems the same, you have Y, you have X, you have Y, you have X. So we have to continue counting, because this cannot be the end over here, because it does not reflect the beginning. So if you don't know what this is the roulette board. There's 36 numbers on roulette. There's a 0 and a 00, but I took them out. Each where you see Y, each one of these is 36 numbers. But you notice the Y is tilted to one side, and the other way it's the other side. What I did over here, and the board is inverted in this picture. What I did is I went, this is number 36, 35, 34, and then it'll be 34, 35, 36, then it'll be 36, 35, 34, until I start to mirror them. And now after I mirror them here, I have to see if there's a completion of the mirror. So I come down, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse here. See the big black mouse, right? The black one. But I now have to see if I can mirror up these, but I'm showing you here, these cubes are gone. I needed to draw other lines to do another equation. So the first one is I connect these two. So this is my first area. So this is my second area. They join. By having the second area, you have a complete 36 in between 36 and 36, the two thieves, because they came in here and they separated this area. So everything has to have an understanding. So anyways, so now you have 2, but you need 3 in order to have here. You need 4 in order to complete this reflection here, where they share the 5th area. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they, which area are they sharing? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're sharing this area right here. Let me see if I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and that's where the Mars mirror comes in. It's hard to explain. Also, the center here is 111, and the reverse of 111 in root of on the cube is 666. I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm just going to check out if anybody said anything right here. Nobody's saying a word. I tend to get off track. I sort of need someone to, you know, keep me up to date some of the time, because I just can't keep up to everything that's going on. And yeah, we live in this. I like to say we live in the GameStop. That's the world we live. This is just a GameStop, and how can you learn the polarity, the extremity, if you don't go there? How can you feel it? There's possible that the system for perfection of the own world, and listen, want or wants not. If you believe that there's an afterlife, if you believe that there's a perfect world, for whatever your beliefs are, I am only coming out here to explain what these instruments tell us through our alphabet. And I, for myself, think that the real goal to everything is to sustain area space in order to continue to be what we are. We're not this. Do you call 80 years in what they say minimum Jesus 2,000 years? 80 years? That would be 25 times. 25 to life. 25 to life. Jail. 25 to life. There's another thing with jail. It also has to do with 420, because of the expression. You're going to throw me in the joint, eh? You're going to throw me in the joint. So what's actually going on? What does that expression mean? What does it have to do with joint? Is it just, should I just take it point blank and say 420? Because hockey has 3 periods, 60 minutes, but an extra 20 minutes, 420s in the joint, got locked up. Was it for 20 or 2,000 years? Or was it 25 times 20, letters T and Y, so T and Y at the end of words, except the number 8, because it already ends with T, so it's only the Y, the 25th letter, although the Y has 3 points, and you could put a dot on each point, thinking that it's the I, but also knowing, okay, that it is a total of 27 minus 2. Now, this is really confusing. I'm going to try and stick with the story and explain exactly what's going on. There's so many things I open up inside of me that I need to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. and I keep up, and how can you keep up? And I still didn't finish with number 88. Okay, I'm just gonna do it again. I'm not looking for stuff. Here's the basic. I need to put a paper on it here. The Y letter has got 3 points. Each point I count as the letter I, although they shouldn't, because these two are on an angle and this one's straight up and down. Area space used, how many blocks before these two blocks equate to the same as those two blocks. But anyways, times 3 equals to 27. Now the Y equals to 25. So what I do is 13.5 and 13.5 equals, okay, to a total of 27. I take this one here and I go minus 2 equals to 25, and the Y is the 25th letter. Now what is this? This is the beta house. This is the 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 4 times 2 equals to 8. 4 plus 2 equals to 6. This is the house planet. OU says where we are. Heaven is the divided world that we are from both worlds. We're living upright. Actually, it's this way. The angle of everything is from this corner here to this corner here in the world we live. I like to call this the 225 mark, okay, of 360. This, okay, is the letter M-E, matter and energy. You can also look at Mercury. You can also say Mars and Earth. I'm not going to go to the second level because when you bring life into this, you add 10. But this is very hard to explain. So it'd be 23.5 and 23.5, BCE. We brought life in through the sewer system. And that had to do with communication. BCE I referred to as Bell Canada Enterprises. I also look at it as number 13. I also look at it as when you get number 13, you connect the moon with the sun, and you connect to the DC world from the alter current. Where this is on the planet, I don't know. Where do I get these numbers? Well, first of all, the numeric value for man is number 80. No, sorry about that. I'm just, why did I do that? I don't know. That's okay. The numeric value for man is 28. The full value is 8466. Now, where does this come from? In order to be man, according to the moon, that the Hebrews follow the moon. And before, when you be boy becomes a man, a yo, which is a student, okay, and it's a student of the seventh gate. The reason for this is in the game of craps, they always screaming out, yo, 11, yo, 11. Well, 11, although it's 11, although it's 11, the 11th letter inside of B. You're born in two worlds. 7 come 11, as I showed you on the dice. Man, the word for man is 28. So to become a man, you must be 13. 13 times 7 equals to 91. There are 13 cards in every suit. And in order, the average is what is 7 times 4 equals to 364 or 13 moons. 28. When you have to do a plural with an S, it's AI. It's when A lives inside of I. I'm not sure how many alphabets I need to use, okay, or how many ladders or whatever to spread this out, but this is AI intelligence. Or do you want to use it as EI? But instead of using it as EI, we come in and use the letter N. You know, almost like saying Einstein. So inside something that Einstein did in his relative understanding is inside his name. And the funny thing about Einstein is that it's 5 and 9 and 14 and 19 and 20, and then it repeats. I shouldn't have wrote it so big. And 14 and 19 and 20 and 5 and 9 and 14. This 14 and then this 14. And then these two come together, and create 39, and these two come together to create 14 and 14. This will be 28, and this will be 39, and this will be 28. This will be 1, 3, 1. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. In order to get this, we have to take the numeric value to what I call Jesus time energy, because they all use this numbers. 7 times 4, 28. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 28, 39. It's all relative. The numeric complete value to this word is 95. Taking away all duplicated digit values in the word equals to a total of what is 67. And there's a math equation for this. If you want to go 13, 42, 55, and it is leading you into the freedom world. 6 times 7, 42. 6 plus 7, 13. The equation runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So 1 through 7 equals to 28, plus 5 equals to 33. This is your rotation in the sun. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. Now, what have I missed? What have I not gone over? What is missing in here? Where have I gone? This value over here. Why did I add 10? This is to be discussed. Why I added 10. I add 10 because nothing begins until you made formation inside the sun. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can go back. Oh, I'm all over the place. It doesn't even sound real anymore. Where's that 1 times 1? Just give me a second. Split sun, 6353. Here's your IT. Why is it through the sun? I use basics. Fox equals to 45. Sun equals to 54. The total is 99. It says Fox Sun. Fox is a pass. Fox is cunning. I use it through sports. We can also call it the foxtrot. So what's going on? There's something missing in here. Let me see if I can find it on one of these pages. Just give me a second. Yes, I'm going to get into the purple Pegasus. Yes, it was right over here. Okay. And the final equation works out to what is 1/4 of time. And remember, number 41 came together, 4 and 1, Na combination, right? Or more or less DNA. Okay. Refabricated through the sun. The next equation is 4 times 4. This is where the polarity comes in, equals to 16, equals to 0.8. This is where the division between night and day slips in. 16 hours a day, 8 hours a night. Not only that, this cube, this becomes 1/3 of the cube. This becomes 2/3 of the cube. This becomes the total cube put together is 24. There are only 3 reverse sides in the cube, and I'm going to get something to drink. I'm not sure if anybody else is here. I'm going to take a look at my messages. I'm going to try not to forget anything I'm talking about. And just give me 1 second. I want to look here. No. Just want to look and see if everything's okay on Odyssey. So I want to look here. No. Okay, I'm at Odyssey. It says 3 currently watching. Could somebody just say something, anything at all? I'm going to the kitchen for a minute. And I just lost my whole feed somewhere. Okay, here it is. Just give me a minute. Oh. Well, there's a little bottom on it. Okay, that's not so bad. I got to get something to drink. I bought this juice, okay, from Tradition. It tastes the bottle, so I can't drink it. Okay, just give me 1 second. We'll let the cat in. Give me 1 second. Oh my God, let the cat, come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, how you doing? Come on. You want to come? No? Okay, shutting the door. Shutting the door. Okay. No one's here, but that's okay. I still have to do the video. It's a little annoying. I'd like someone to pick my brain, go over and discuss what's going on right now. The letter J is a combination of letters. Let me show you what happens. A, B, C, D. When they're added, it equals to what is 10J. Now, we do not have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, but we all know that number 4 is in all of these. So these are all the basics of what is first, what is second, what is third, and what is fourth. You can even say that it was standard death. Now you have ETH, you have the ET, you have the AT, you have the IT. This one over here can be like that. This is manufactured to the numeric value of the sun. So what's happening in here? What's happening over here? What should I be doing over here with this equation? Wow, I'm all over the place. I don't like it. Don't like it. I don't like it. I'm dragging everybody all over the place. I don't like it. I'm going to jump onto something else. Anytime there's a number in star system math, okay, these will be the last 3 configurations. The only thing that happens with this is it flips over to be number 39. After its equation, it starts as this, but everything with a 9 will always end up here. And it's going to be 19, 29, 39, 49, and 59, and 69, and 79, and 89, but never 99. But if you want to know something, 99 is so special. So special, in fact, the word 13 equals to 99, and teen equals to area space, this equation. And at the gateway, it goes with this equation. And why do I call it creation in the sun? Command and create, the CC, the duplicate, the mirror that they created, is because the mathematics will create 54, the numeric value to the sun. It's a 2-number creation. If it was, or a 2-letter creation, a 2-number creation would be equal to 18. Now, is it equal to 18 or is it equal to 20? Is it 9 plus 1 equaling to 10? Or is it 8 plus 1 equaling to 9? What is my reasoning for this? And the Mayans work with, I think, 20 days, 18 months, or 18 days, 20 months. If I can just remember what the Mayans do, I can untwist this. I forget what the reason for this is, minus the 2 from 20. I have to discuss this. It's something I've had in my mind before. When you get the 10, you're bringing the spirit into the soul, is what I'm assuming, because numbers do not finish at 10. You can't finish your numbers, your association numbers, until you get to 39. 10 equals to 39 as well. Where am I going to go with this? This is E, and this is I. This is H, and this is F, and this is G and G. And if you take the dice cubes and you throw the dice cubes, I have none of these numbers in here. I'll have 10 on this side. So I would have EE is what I would have. So let me do this again. I have 6. So I have 6. I flip it over. I should have 8. There you go, 6 and 8. I throw it again. I have 7. I have GG. Flip it over. I got 7. I got GG. So this is the pass between these two and these two. This is EIEIO. We live in between what is 12 and 14. 1/2 and 1/4, and we live at 333 of the 7th gate. That's the story. We live inside the NA from the sun, the crossover spirit. Have you ever seen pizza? And turn the Z to pizza to the side, so you have PINN, and these are pizzas, and it says pinas. So there's something going on. A pizza, it's a pizza pie. It starts off with these two letters, 16 and 9, 4 by 4, 3 by 3. 4 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 2. What's ironic is 3 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 3 is what is 98, 89. What is 1221 away from the 7th gate, or 2112 away from the 7th gate? This will be this equation here. This will be this equation here, basic. Ra inside of Ra, Earth, Venus, in the high of Earth, Venus. Where am I? Oh, yeah, okay, we're going to go here. So the house planet is 6 and 8. The spirit comes in the gateway through the E world into the 9 birth and lives in the house at the 7th gate between the heavens and the torch in the E world. 7 come 11, the student. So let me just go forward. I was talking about Einstein. I was talking about man, the boy. I sang the alphabet song, 7 come 11. I showed you on the dice cube. Let me do this again. We did this already once. That on the dice cube, reverse 1 and 6, okay, is going to be 8 and 3 void. The mathematics for that are 24 and 11 equaling to 35. 6 and 2 equaling to 0.8. This one over here is going to be 14 and 0.9. So right away we have difference of 10, 9, 11. I just look at it in basic thought. This one over here will be 20 and 0.9 equaling to 29. This is 43 DC, okay. And this one over here is 18 and 0.9. And this one over here is 20 and 0.9. Is that possibly right? 9999. Why is this 11? Oh, that was a math equation. Hold on a second. 8 times 3 plus 3. Okay, that's the equation. This equation, I went this way. I'm going to complete this equation also. I'm going to do this equation over here. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equaling to 8 and equaling to 9. This is 8 and 9. This is your Ra is your high world. And it's at the gateway because the reverse of 8 is 6 right here. It's in the first mirror creation. So this equals 229. So let me see if I got this right. First equation, 43. Second equation, 52. Third equation, wow, 43 and 52, very ironic. DC, Earth, Heart. 7 times 7 times 7 is 343 when you multiply it. And when you add it,
it's 21 equaling to 364. So what the dice cube show you are 13 moons. 13 moons, right? 13 moons at 28 days. 13 times 28 is 364. So the mathematics of 777 are absolutely perfect. Now my question is, 11, 11, 11 gives me 1331, and the story 1 times 3, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is what is 6 and 9. And the reason I say it's through the sun, the numeric value for 54 in the sun is 9 times 6. Are there any ways? Yes. 18 times 3. And we've already discussed that it's the 6 dot and the 3 void, to where it's the 3 void and the 6 dot, to what's going to create what these two equations are. This is created through number 77. So again, we refer back to 77 on what created this as well as what created this. And the reason for that is 7 times 7 is 49, and 7 plus 7 is 14, equaling to 63. But when you add it over each other, it equals to 53. Pythagorean single digit count, 9 and 4 is 13. Sorry, 54. Wow, I made a mistake before also. It's 54. So you're talking again, love in the sun. Creation, love in the sun. This right over here, I and R, when these two letters come together. It's the only two letters in the alphabet, okay, that only have 2 in their house. But there's a lot of association from other houses. So that is what happens to this. So we have 1331, and then we have 33, which is 1364, which can be 464, plus the second equation in the cube, which is 364. So the total cube equation, base equation, because there's more to it, okay? If this was made up of Rubik's Cube, there would be 26 of these, okay? But the question is, would they be 26, 26, 1, 2, 3, like Rubik's Cube, right? There'd be 26 if it was Rubik's Cube. This is only, this whole thing represents the whole cube. It doesn't represent the corner, not in this equation. In this equation, I'm only using 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. This is the base, because after D, T, H, it becomes ETH. This is your ending, as like this is your beginning. But this is when it became mirrored. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal 3 and 2, 5. Why I say when it became mirrored, how can I explain this? Right. Okay. No, I'm gonna do it the easy way. I've said it before. When you come in first, that is A. When you are second, that is B. When you are third, that is C. When you are fourth, that is D. Now, when you are fifth, okay, when you are fifth, it actually looks like STH, okay? Don't say shit, okay? Don't say it. But when we come to here, this is a ETH. Estimated time heaven, do what you want. What's happening is the TH continues all the way until you get to 20th. But in here, it's IETH. In reality, the numbers are supposed to end at 18th. The 19th is a connection between 1 and 18 equal to 19th, and the 20th is some kind of completion. I don't know how it works, whether 10 and 11 are removed from the game. I'm not really sure why they're removed from the game. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think that you don't begin anything without stepping out the door. You have to step out the door and then take another step to remove this step from here to bring this step here. It's, I don't know, it's something to do with threes. So anyways, A, B, C, D equals to 10J. When you add E equals to 15O. And when U equal to F equals to 21U. Actually, it says jouer. The E and F, which are after D, are equal to 11K. You have two letters, both in the A family. You add it up to 10, which is four of them. And the reason for that is I'm going to count four of them around. I have to give it a reason for the equation to exist. There has to be a reason. I just can't make something up and say, yes, that's why. No, I have to find it somewhere where some intelligent person on this planet created something. There's one side, two sides, three sides, four sides. In the four sides that go around, that means the dice cube would be sitting this way, having an ass down and a face up with four going around. That would be part of the equation. Just 1 second. I never usually get 2 beeps or 3 beeps, so I'm going to check to see everything's okay. Okay, I have to write these people back. And the other one. Good night. Doing a live. Enjoy the new worldly dreams. Now, I can't answer all of them. Okay, now that one has to wait. I'm going to get a drink in the kitchen. Although nobody's here, I'm coming back. Or maybe I'll end it and start over. I'm going to look on, let's see who's here. No, this is not what I want. Let me see. Okay. 3 currently watching. Nobody's saying anything. I'm going to say hi, ho, he, ha, Q. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Okay, need something to drink. I'm a little hungry, you know. Just give me a second. I didn't buy I didn't get, okay, this is good enough. Oh, a little protein. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay. Now, the average on 3 dice where 3 dice 18 6 6 6 3 dice maximum minimum. This is the game. 3 times 18 54. 3 plus 18 21. Total is 75. In the sun, in creation, in the E world, in Ra. This, I think, is what is the 75th? What do they call the 75th anniversary? Hold on a second. What is the 75th anniversary called? Diamond Jubilee. Right? 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. Freedom in the sun. 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5. Now I have to divide all of these. I have to see all the equations that fit along with what this is. But the basic with these two numbers is 13 and 12. The king and the queen. Le roi et la dame. Third. Where does this come from? This is in the deck of cards. The king and the queen are the 12th and the 13th card. But things shift when ace changes order. And things shift also to where they both become 10-10, where ace becomes 11. And then the pictures, okay, the pictures all become 10. And this is what you call blackjack. And it's funny that black is number 29 and jack is number 25, and the total is 54 inside the sun. To where A, B, C, D equals to 10, to where E, F equals to 11, Windows 10, Windows 11, the word window equaling to 88, the word Pegasus equaling to 88. Purple equals to 88. To get the color purple, you need red and blue. Red and blue stands for hot and cold. 77 equals to matter. Matter and Christ. And Christ doesn't go anywhere without mass. And mass is numeric value 33. The M, what we can do with the M, what the A does, what the S does. Does it ever stop? It is what it is, and it gets placed where it does. The K living inside the B showing less than. What is it showing? You notice one side is bigger than the other. Is just the head missing from this until the birth where the child is born. I'm just trying to see what else. I mean, I've been all over the place. I'm not too impressed. It's an hour and 8 minutes. I think we're going to end the video. Yeah, I didn't do this the end of this equation. You notice that 11 times 11 times 11. Okay, 11 plus 11 plus 11 equals to 1364. And now 7 times 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 364. So you see the difference is only over here. So my question is, okay, is that what if I did 7 times 7? Why? Oh, you're right. 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. So this becomes the three sides of the cube. Okay, and where we get 11 times 11 equals 121. 11 plus 11 equals to 22. So plus 22 equals to 143, and plus 14 equals to 63. Just trying to see if there's any difference inside of this. 11 times 11, 121, 11, 11, 22. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 9 where we get in this one over here. Hold on a second. Cat. Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Come on, come on. Right to the food. Where was I with this? Wow. Yes, okay. So this total equation is 8, 6 and 6 is 12 is 1, 17, 28. Wow, I like that. In between the bookends, 1 and 8, the 1 dot, the 7 void, lives 2 and 7. 1, 8, in between 1 and 8 is 2 and 7. So inside a spirit lives Venus and the gateway, G and H, 7 and 8. 82 in the cycle to the gate. 18 is Ra. This one is BG. Bill G. GB. The year we are in right now, the year is 2022. The reverse of 2022 is GE, or how about 5G? That is the year we are into, equals to 42. It is a gateway. This is in equal to 17 plus 28 is 45. We can do it a lot of ways. We can also look at this as 18. Again, back to the gateway. 18, right? Raw, 18. So that is what the cube says. This is what the entire cube says when you multiply your 11s and your 7s. 18. Now, since all the faces are 9, Jupiter is number 99. 9 times 9, 81. 9 plus 9, 18. 1 times 8, 8. 1 plus 8, 9. 1 times 8, 8. 1 plus 8, 9. So we end up with, and when you multiply it, it equals to 1224. And this, equals to 89, equals to 13. Did I get this right? Hold on a second. 2 by 7 is 9 and 4 is 13. Yeah, 13, 13. Instead of what the original was, equaling to 13, 31. Anyways, inside of 1 and 3 is 1 and 3. I'm not really sure where I should go with the rest of this. I just want to see the entire equation. Yeah, 2662, 6226. This is the equation. Trying to figure out, oh yes, the center over here would be 686, the house planet. The center over here would be 36 and 12 equaling to 48. That would be the sun. See here, I got a fixed equation. What would I do to get a complete fixed equation here, or just run with this equation? My next equation will be 32 and 12 equaling to 44, which will be 16 and 8 to 24, which will work down to 14, which will work down to 9. It'll be 696 and 686. The originality of bringing these two together come again from this over here, created by this Jupiter 13. Anyways, I'm going to stop. There's no one watching, and I'm losing myself. So many things going on that I can connect to. I just think it's just so amazing what I can see. I went over like 35 different things tonight, and certain things have to go a little slower to be explained, like the example of why am I going to use the letter Y instead of using the letter I? What is the difference between the Y and the I? The Y shows that there's 3 sections. The I shows that it is a divider between sections because of the dot. I believe the dot represents the center of, not the center, it represents one single square representing Earth. And that line shows that because there's that one line on the angle, that angle line for me shows life. It shows a grave life. And the reason for that is in French, they put accents, meaning grave, aigu. Aigu is a needle. It's actually an aiguille, but I use formation from what my ears hear. I don't know the languages too well, so I have to fragment things together. This is only for arts and entertainment. And everything I talk about, the mathematics are all real. And the connection to the planets, all real. And all the numbers are real. Whatever I do is real. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, it doesn't matter what it is. It all has a meaning. It's all been connected. It's the most fabulous world I've ever seen, because of what I can do for myself. So I'm sharing it because I'm so excited about it. My desk is dirty. I'm not excited about that. And I'll stick around. I was just leaving. I've been here for an hour. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to be coming back at 10 o'clock for another about 30 minutes. If you have any questions about words, anything to do with the zodiac, anything to do with games, doesn't matter what it is, I can take a look at it. I never know what I can do and what I can't do. I need to be able to create an equation from it in any which way. It might not have any meaning right now if I can't compare it to anything, because it's everything I compare it to is what has been created in this world. The dice cube. I mean, I don't know what you know. The dice cube, the calculator, the ABCs that are on the letter on the telephone versus to the Q and the Z, which were removed from the ATM, where it is on 7 and 9 on the telephone, and it's put on number 1. The Q and the Z were put on number 1, the 17th letter, 1 and 7, 8, and the 26th letter, 2 and 6, 8. So let me see this. 1726, 1726. And it's funny, it's ironic, because Q17 over Z26, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, and 7, 6. This is Q and this is Z. They're the 17th and 26th letter equaling to 43, or how about DC? And it's DC hot. So that means it's red, because the numeric value for hot is 43. Forget about the red. It's number 27, counting for a single letter. This counts for a single letter. Number 27 counts for a single letter, but I just want to say number 27. And 27 is that beta house to the half-life, because 1 with 8 missing, 2 with 7 missing, 1 reverse 6. I'm not sure if I explained that right. Anyways, 2 and 6 is inside what 1 and 7. The reality of this is 88. Purple, Pegasus. Purple is a mixture of blue and red. So you can see how they move the Q and the Z. 88 have come together. That's where we are right now. I have a design for this somewhere. I wish I can show it to you. Let's see if I can find it on my phone. Boy. Hold on a second. Gallery. Albums. Just 1 second. Hold on a second. Wait a second. I think I know where it is. Hold on a second. Where am I? Note to self. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, I like this one here. See, there's many Rubik's Cubes. There's many of them. So we got to multiply them. There's more. Let me see. I'm just looking for something. I'm hoping to find it. Pattern of thought. Dropping from up here. 1 drops 2, to drops into 3, to drops into 2, to drop into 1. And then you're all connected to the earth. I don't think I have it. Here, somebody wrote me this. You're a miracle, 88. I think it was Mike. Thanks, Mike. It's a few years ago. And this one over here, bankers in jail. No, okay, so I don't have it, but it was a Star of David, all created, connected by 88s. Anyways, this is what happened at the bank machine. at the beginning, I started with pajamas and I talked about what is, I can't even get into it. What is 36 or 360 degrees? What is 3 and 6? 3 and 6 is where creation began. 3 dot 6 void, 6 dot 3 void, creation of the light within the soul. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is your primary star, first basic part of math in Fibonacci. So I only use what has already been used by the smartest scholars in the world that went through all the top universities, the people that created all the games with all the rules and all the regulations. I just bring it out in simple math for the children of the creator. It's a skeleton. It's all just a skeleton. I have toast that's cooked, and I can't make anybody wait. So if you think of anything, oh, I said 10 o'clock. My clock is off by an hour. So I would say I'll come back at 11 if you have any questions. What do I do? How do I do it? If it means anything at all. For me, it's arts and entertainment. I don't want to say anything is real. The only thing that's real is the math and how things come together. Number 3 is huge. Number 4 turns everything over, right? You need 3 to create. That 1 more changes everything. Remember what 4 does. And although we start with 1 on the dice, life begins at 6. So you're going to do all your equations. 6 times 6, 6 plus 6 will equal to 36 and 12. I mean, I don't even know which way I want to even go into this. The 3 letters would be IER. I don't want to get into it. Not a good explanation. I'm just trying to think. Right. 36 and 12 is 48. That's where you get the ring, number 48. That's where you get the pole, 48. That's where you get Pluto, 84. That's where you get the to buy and to sell, and the word sun, S-O-N. The spirit in the sun, S, it means S letter is AI. In the alphabet, or on the roulette table splits its numbers at numbers between 16 and 21. I'm just trying to, I'm losing myself. I've been on too long. Hold on a second. Right. There's 36 numbers, the first 18 and the second 18. And you can say, yeah, well, you can do anything you want. No, I can't. The betting board says you can bet the first 18 from 1 to 18, or you can bet from 19 to 36. So it's telling me the end is with R, the beginning is with S, the beginning is with A, as the end is with Z. So sorry, with the number 36, the 36 number. But we do know that when the alphabet ends with an empty void, because it ends on the 26th letter. 2 plus 6 equals to 8, just like the 1 dot we begin with, and the 8 void, Ra, the entire alphabet. The 1 dot. And it takes only the 2 dots of 1 and 1. Call them the pigs if you want. Okay, but it only takes, like I once said, it takes the letter I to create everything. In a way, yes, because in order to create, you have to go dot to dot, make a line, dot to dot, make a line. So if you put dot, skip, space, and then dot, you can connect that line. So I don't know the terminology of Morse code, but I like to use it for the understanding of my dots and line from these cubes. Just thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, if there's anything you want to ask me, anything about the zodiac, I know nothing. I'll look into the word. If I study it long enough, or if you bring somebody in that can tell me more about it, I can do my analogy on it and refer back to the greatest things in the world: games, sports, things we like, entertainment, what it all means. Why 6? Why is it 6 and why is it sex? Why is it IX equaling to what is 9? And not only 9, but I is the 9th letter, X is the 24th letter. The total of IX, okay, 9 and 24 equals to 33. But because Roman numerals showed me that I1 was before X, okay, it's telling me to minus it. So it's actually 15. So what, but EX, okay, EX is number 29 for birth, right? Or is it wrong because E comes before the E comes before the X. So it would be 24 minus 5 equaling to 19. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. I'm talking too much. What? Whoa, sorry, I dropped my camera. Sorry. So, yeah, so these two letters, right, are OS. Now, is this the OS as in tacos? Is this my operating system, or is this my cosine? And is it at cousin or co-sin? Something to do with computers. But at the same time, it's talking about maybe 50-50. Because anytime you see an S, the S can also be a 5. So if you see 5 a.m., I might also see Sam. But if you have 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., 5, 6, 7 all look the same. What am I getting to? When the chicken gets up, the rooster, and he crows at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 7 a.m., it's all the same thing because we're just going to use the first initial with it, and they all look the same. So I'm just going to go over a few pieces I picked up with. A lot of stuff is going on. I happened to catch a few commercials, and I also saw some kind of Olympic going on, and I saw people doing things that were like on purpose. On purpose, they were trying to, why do you have to sell me in a commercial what's going on? It was about Amazon. It was an Amazon commercial trying to teach you something. I thought Amazon was for selling. I walked into the grocery store the other day. On the front of it, it said for your protection, right? Well, stay close. Don't you ever hear that? Mommy, yeah, stay close to me for your protection. But on the back of the shirt, it said keep your distance. On the front, it says for your protection. On the back, it says keep your distance. You want me to stay close? You want me to stay far away? Closer is safer, right? You want to go out with your close family. This is not just about numbers. This is about realignment of an understanding. You don't know what you don't know. And I think it was Mr. Hopkins that said it somewhere in the last year or 2 years. You don't know what you don't know. And even when you think you know everything of what everybody's talking about, you can't. It's impossible. You only can know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know, and you'll never know what you don't know. And when you know it, there's still whatever you don't know because you know it. If you know it now, there's still something you don't know, and you'll never know. You just got to keep searching. You never get to 10. I got a cat on top of my book here. Let me see if I can go everything. Let me see if there's anything I want to mention. So I saw the tacos, the pizzas, which says pinas backwards. When you say the alphabet in French, and I've done this before, when you go A, B, C, D, C, D is like to throw the dice, from what I know. It's also 11 and 12 coming together, the K and the L coming together. The C, D means to throw the dice or to die. When you say the word, I'm not really sure what it says here, but when you say the word X, Y, and Z, it just, I don't know, it's a little weird to me, but it's DNA inside of it. It reads the year 5778. Is that what it is?
57. I'm just trying to align with something I spoke about 2 minutes ago. I ran away from it. This is more for me than anybody else for 2 seconds. Yeah, it was this. It was this. Very, very, very important. I'm going to show you this. Everything has to, in order to get full form, you have to multiply by 3. 3 by 17, 51. 3 by 28, 84. The Hebrew year coming up this year is 5783, but it's 5783, what I call ending. When I call it a year, I call it ending. That's right. Your first birthday is ending the year. You're celebrating something that ended. So when this ends this year, okay, when this ends this year, we will celebrate in September this year. We will flip over 3/28, the 3 full cycles of creation. And we are going into the next, we are going into the D cycle, where DC comes together at the 7th gate. 1877. 1877, for whatever that might mean for anybody. For me, it is in the Q gate right over here. These go in the center of the bookends, which should be 868 at the end. Anyways, we're in the gateway of the house planet. I want to keep this short. I don't know why I keep talking. I'm going to lose myself. Yes, so this becomes 5184, right? So we're going to go over here, and we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to come down. Hold on a second. Here. There we go. 5184. Okay. We're falling right into the gate. 42 and 42 is 84. We split the gate. If you take a look at this, okay, what I want you to do, if it's possible, do not look at this as going up. Look at it as going outward. Going outward. You never look at all the sides. You don't need to look underneath the ground to see the highway above, but you see the highway above. You have to understand what's underneath the ground, what's in the background, but each side is explaining something. This is a skeleton. It's more than it is. It's everything. It's like everything in the toolkit. So when you look at this, look at it as, how can I put my hand here? I want you to see, I want to see where my hand is. I want you to look at it as distance, distance, distance. Look at it as distance. Look at it as distance. Let me see if I can get it. You see the distance? See the way it goes distance? It's distance. There's something else going on in here. Follow it. It's distance. It's a rocky road, but it's not going up. It's going out. And if you're talking about the monkey, I had the monkey sitting on my head many years ago. And then I designed this monkey picture. Here's what I call the gematria. We're sitting somehow head to head, and we come into this new world, transfer energy through multiple systems of I. See the jack that's on the deck of cards? Something like that. And then when it comes to certain numbers, this is number 11. See number 11, 9 and 2, 11, 8 and 3, 11. So we got 2 here and 9 here, 11. 9 here and 2 here, 11. 3 here and 8 here, 8 here and 3 here, and 4 and 7. So what happens? 1165 is sitting like this. There's nothing in the core here. Now, if you want something in the core, we're going to have this, as in 55. How can I show this? You see number 55? It's a double number over each other. So it's going to have a full brick. Now, I left empty spaces. I wasn't sure which way to go with the design. You can see in here that 1 and 10 creates your C. Okay, why did I do it that way? Why didn't I go 1 and 0? I don't know. I really don't know. But 19 was higher than 10, and I couldn't put 1 and 0 in here, so I designed it this way. The same thing for 2, 11, and 20.
because 2 and 9 is what created the 11. And it's the 11 and the 9 that created the 20. 2 plus 0, 1 plus 1, everything will equate to 2. So these are my obligations in these designs. What is this one over here? What is this one here? And here's number 7. When I got to 79, I don't know why, but I hit a 70. So I'm not really sure which way I should have did this. Maybe you see 3 and 4, outside is 25, outside is 16. Now I back up 9 more, I got 7, right? And 70, which is, I think this is wrong because I shouldn't have this. 7 and 70 is equal to 5. This is wrong. I should have a 9 here, 7 and 9, 79. So I have it here. So this should be 79. Yeah, there's something wrong here. I'm going to have to redo it. But anyways, I'm a little bit tired. If you have something to say, go ahead. I'm listening. I want to learn myself. Teach me something. Maybe I'm going to look at here if anybody said anything on Twitter. Let me go to Twitter. Usually not. Never heard about anybody on Twitter saying anything to me. Oh, yes, I have. Okay. We're going to cancel that. We're going to go to view YouTube. YouTube on YouTube is 2 people watching right now with 5 likes. And it's funny. I see nobody watching. And I'd really like to stay. It's funny. I see absolutely nobody watching. And but that's okay. I know I can go a little bit further. I'm just bending down. I dropped something on the floor. Whoop. Let me take this off here. Where am I? Okay. I'm going to take that banner off. No, I'm going to take that off. What is this? Okay, I don't remember which design this was, but I will tell you something about the 5-star. Okay. There was a bag next to me, and at the bottom of the bag, the corner, okay, was foldable. And when it was foldable, the bottom of the bag, it split open this way because there was nothing in the bag. The bag was basically new. It was just pushed down. So it was split this way. And then it was split to the 2 sides. And then there was one line up. It was the crease in the bag that was sewn together that showed me the 5-point star. So I have to put it in my mind to see what technique needed to be used, because things for me are skeletons. They're just pieces and parts of a bigger picture. And when you put everything together, you don't see it, just like paint. I can give you one example. We have a 7-game playoff, but nobody wins 7 games. But there can be 7 games won. But the playoffs might end with only 4 games or 5 games or 6 games. If 6 games get played, 6 games were won, 6 games were lost. But if 6 games are won and 6 games were lost, we're going to have a situation. And certain situations will not be true. Well, first of all, it won't be 5-1. It won't be 4-2 if the series is not over. It'll be either 3-3. You're in the 6th game of the series, because at 4-2, the game is over. Now, if it's 3-3 tied, what if it was 3 balls and 3 strikes? Well, you'd be out. So in baseball, although you have 4 balls and 3 strikes, it'll never happen. The payoff pitch is on the 6th pitch, and the action pitch is coming. The action pitch is pitch 6. Okay, so you're sitting on 3 balls and 2 strikes, and if you're playing poker, you got a full house. Now, apparently, they don't pay out unless a pair of those is a minimum, a pair of jacks. 2 jacks and 3 aces. Something to do with that to qualify for something. So there's always rules and regulations sending us far and beyond to find out. I mean, and it's been so relevant or prevalent in the last, I don't know how many years. Well, for me, I've been picking up on this 18 years because I didn't believe in any of this Irish kite BS, you know? None of this was real. Everybody asked questions. Here's our octagons and our rings. This is the basic setup for the roulette table. I was trying to understand why 10 yards. In CFL, it's 3 downs. In the NFL, it's 4 downs. DC, House of DC, the House of DC. Um, oh, here, there's a couple of mistakes in this, so I really don't want to sell it off. This is the breakdown of what happens to pi when you multiply every single number by 3. Now you can do it the star system way by multiplying the number by 3 times the number, 3 plus the number, and changing every single number in here. Like 3 times 4 is 12. Hold on a second. No, yeah, 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 plus 4 equals to 7 equals to 19, or 3 times 6 equals to 18, and 3 plus 6 equals to 9. And anyways, there's going to be a whole equation that comes out of this. But what I did to this one is I multiplied every number by 3 in pi, and I brought it back to a single digit. Which one of the 3 are better? Well, in this one here, like I said, it takes 3 to get your mirror formation begun. And remember, when you begin your mirror formation, it's 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 and 3, and your mirror is complete. That is your number 5 addition, and that is where the E world begins. And that, anyways, once you have that 5, 2 plus 3 is the 5. Now 2 times 3 is the 6, and you've completely turned the dice over. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equal 5 and 6. You've done all 4 sides to flip the dice over to what was 1 and 2, 3, to what is 6 and 5, 11. That is the inversion of the dice cube. Anyways, too many things going on. I want to thank you for watching. I could come back, write something down that you'd like to know, teach me something, show me a mistake that I could have made. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Just extremely tired and hungry. And yes, there was one thing that I didn't finish before I go. I was here. This is the 33 void. See inside of this? The 33 is void in between the dots and the sun. This is where your CR begins. Inside of creation of Ra. Here is the sun. Here is your blackjack. I forget why the blackjack. The cube is 14 and 7, which is the ring and the pole. Blackjack is also 1, 2, 3, 4, equaling to 10, and 5 and 6, the reverse sides in the game of the cube, equaling to 11. I'm not really sure which way we're going to do this, but we have to do them in all ways to see all the patterns. This is male and female because the mathematics, okay, of this multiplying and adding will equal to 4 and 3, 7, where the mathematics of 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, okay, will equal to 3 and 2, 5. And this coming year, we're running into the cycle of 84, and it's the last cycle of the 25,920, which reflect the 8640 seconds in a day times 3, and then 1 to turn it all over. And another thing is, if you've just been here, if you've never been here before, let me see if I can turn this off. Oh, that's so much better. The 1,440 minutes in a day times 3 equals 4,320, or 432, the vibration. When you bring on the next 1440, it equals to 5760. 5760 was reset, the year 2000. 5760 is the Hebrew calendar for time. And they run by the moon. So whatever I'm doing is being run. That's it. I enough. Can't do no more. I need the questions. I need to be able to focus on something. I'm all over. I want to really thank you very much. And from the fabrication of all creation, I want to just thank everybody, and be prepared for September, October, because there's a new reset in numbers. Doesn't have anything to do with anything, but because we're inverting from C to D, or if you want to go 5D, I think it's even higher than that. Then nothing can stop what's coming. The numbers, you can't stop the numbers coming from what runs the entire system far and beyond. And if you don't follow the rules, it'll just roll right over you and change everything on its own. Peace and love. Prosperity is for the love we give each other.